It is Saturday, September the 21st. It was really cool this morning. It felt so great sitting out here on the deck having a couple of cups of coffee. I thought this morning I would show you what you can do with just a very small amount of space. Now what I'm referring to is just a couple of pots. My wife has always wanted to raise a lot of plants on the patio, and I don't know that you can get a good shot of them, but this is her favorite hibiscus. We've kept this plant alive for, this will be its second year, and of course I'll take and put it in the detached garage because it doesn't freeze, and put a light over it and take care of it and raise it again. All right, this is a strawberry plant. Believe it or not, that's one plant. It was bought through Burpee's seed catalog. It said it would be 2 foot by 2 foot. The only reason it would be 2 foot would be the fruit hanging down. And of course, I have never in my life seen a strawberry plant that bloomed continually. This thing started blooming probably about the middle of April, and it hasn't stopped. Now, unfortunately, the seed catalog said this is a very sweet, or I think the wording it used was a sweet strawberry. It's actually a tart little strawberry, but we've enjoyed it. I have been saving strawberries from time to time, and we'll probably make some strawberry bread from them. Now, what I brought you over here to show you is our eggplant. I always had problems raising eggplants in the garden. The little, what I call leaf hoppers, would devour the plants before they ever started producing. Now, I put these plants out, would have been probably about maybe towards the middle of May or the 1st of May, and it did not take them long to start producing fruit. And we have we've absolutely, there I go again, I use that word all the time, we've had quite a bit of eggplant. Now this again I bought at Johnson's Nursery, which is a local nursery, what is referred to as the Ichiban Japanese eggplant. The plants are beginning to look a little worse because we're now the 21st day of September, and they have been blooming themselves to death. Now I do come out and put fertilizer in these pots about every other week. When you don't have any more soil than that, that's about all I can do. And probably next year, we had some mushroom compost taken out to the farm. Next year I will have, and of course the neighbors are not going to like it if you've ever smelled mushroom compost. It's a rather strong horse manure scent, but we're going to have at least a half a truckload delivered out beside the detached garage away from the house. And I will probably next year, rather than having to fertilize them all the time, I'll put some of that compost in. We'll have to see what it does. But as I said, we've got produce right in amongst the flowers. And you don't have to have a lot of space. I guess those pots are probably maybe 12 by 12 squares. I will say that we didn't pay a lot for the pots, and if you notice they're a little bit on the worn side. I know that we've had these pots better than 20 years. Now they've not been plants raised in them every year. Underneath this deck I have a rather large storage space, and being the gardener I am, I've got lots and lots of pots that I saved. I don't even throw away a gallon pot. Just something that a shrub comes in, an old black landscape pot, because I normally always find a little use for it. But I just kind of wanted to show you what you can do in a small space. There is no need, if you have a love of gardening, not to to do some gardening. And of course, with us, we don't just garden with vegetable plants. We have lots of other types of plants, including a pot that has some about 8-foot tall cosmos, one of my wife's favorite flowers in the fall. And of course, some of these are keepsakes. The cactus here, that actually belonged to Gordon Hedgecoff. He raised that cactus and had it for many, many, many years, and he's been gone for some time, but I got the cactus after he passed, and I can't stand the thoughts of it not being taken care of. The same thing with this cactus here, and I do love cacti. This actually belonged to my Aunt Verna. She was extremely dear to me, and every time I water this cactus, and I really don't water it a lot on the outside, but in the winter when I water it, I'm always thinking about her. Well, that's about all the time I've got right now. Hopefully you'll enjoy this little vlog. I know it's not a long one, but I will be back to show you later on how we can go about raising some lettuce for the winter. I typically always like to take these flower pots here, which I reuse time after time after time. I'll take these flower pots and empty out. This purslang's been done for some time. I'll empty these out, put fresh, when I say fresh, some revitalized soil, because I don't throw my potting soil away. I like to mix fresh compost in it and try to keep it as organic as possible. And I will raise in this some lettuce. I'll also raise some small leaf char in there, and then we'll also do some kale. Might even do a pot or two of mixed greens with turnip greens and mustard greens, but that'll go in these pots right here. And as always, this little pot of chives, we use it from time to time when we're cooking. I couldn't tell you how long we've had chives in this pot.